Yeah.
And we are live. Welcome everybody to Raising Multilinguals Live, the 2020 roundup session, the session where we talk about the whole past year and looking forward to next year. And we have lots of guests today. So once again, I am Tetsu Young from AskTetsu, my lovely co-host.
I am Rita from multilingualparenting.com.
I'm Ottilie Magaribold from Otis International Lounge. Welcome, everyone.
All right. Today's a session where we've got all our special guests who are normally our audiences come join us directly in this Zoom environment to talk about lots of fun stuff. Like I said, this past year, the next year, but also, you know, if they have some questions, some burning questions that must be answered today, we'll pick up a few. And I also want to thank everybody who's watching on our Facebook Live. This is a recorded session, so it will be here if you're watching the recording. Thank you for taking the time for us to talk about the past year. Wow. Okay, so let's start with Rita.
Well, we will talk about the last year, but it won't fill most of it. I mean, the big thing today, we are doing a quiz where everybody can win something. So if you are listening now on Facebook and you are not with us in Zoom, you need to register now. You can still do it, can't we, Tetsu?
That's right. That is correct. We will start the quiz around half past. So you have about 20-30 minutes before we actually start the quiz. So if you're watching, I mean, you can watch on Facebook and still shout out the answers to the computer, but you're going to be a few seconds in lag, so you can't actually play the quiz.
And most of all, you won't win. You have to be in it to win it. So you have to be in the Zoom to win something. And everybody who takes part in the quiz will win something. We promise that, and we will keep that. And also with regards to Kahoot, we will go through that quickly before we start.
Correct.
Hopefully you have all kind of checked in so you know how to get into Kahoot, and then you have that additional device that you can click the answers on, but we'll go through those details later.
Yeah, so very simply, we're going to play on a platform called Kahoot. That's KAHOOT.IT. And that's once Uta will put the quiz on the screen, you need to open up either on a separate device or on a different browser on your computer and go to kahoot.it, and we'll give you a code that you'll insert, and then you'll be able to participate. Okay, we'll repeat that later again and make sure all the participants will get on. But once again, you must sign into the Zoom to come into our environment here with us in order to play the quiz. Okay.
Absolutely.
So it is now 1:06 in Montreal area. I am on the East Coast in North America, and my co-hosts are in Europe, and I know some of our guests are from Europe. I don't know if anybody's in North America on my side.
Mihaela is in North America, yes. At least one, yeah.
Yes, I am in South Carolina.
Fantastic.
Oh, wonderful.
And the latest who's joining now as we speak is Heather, and she's also very near, I think, Maine, if I'm not mistaken. So good, I don't feel alone.
And Patrali just also joined, and Katsiarina has joined us. Fantastic.
This is
Can you
great.
maybe just find out who is in the room and where you're connecting from? So we said, Mihaela, you're from the East Coast.
Yes, I am from East Coast in the United States. I am connecting from South Carolina.
Yeah.
So we are on the same hour.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And Evgenia, you are connecting from?
I'm from Crete, Greece.
Oh.
Thank
Wow.
you.
You're welcome. And Veronica?
Hi, everyone. I'm from Mexico. I'm here. Here is at noon. And I'm so happy because it's my first time that I'm in a meeting with the parents who wants to raise the children bilingual, right? I'm so happy.
Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you.
And Francesco, I see you are connecting with the family and with the youngest participant this
Oh.
evening. Wow.
Wow, he gets the prize for the youngest participant.
Wow. Nice.
Where are you connecting from?
Right now we're in Germany, in Göttingen.
Göttingen.
I'm from New Jersey. Jenny's from Berlin, and he was almost born in Portugal.
Almost born in Portugal. What does that mean?
We were living in Portugal, and when the coronavirus was just peaking, I believe in April, we decided it was best to go back to Germany. It was just something Jenny felt. She's like, I don't know if I want to have the baby here during the situation. I'd rather go to my homeland. So that's what we did.
Okay.
Oh, Göttingen, that brings back so many memories. I spent a lot of time at Georg
Really?
August Universität in Göttingen.
Wow, that's awesome. So you know our town well.
I know your town. I know the I know all the pubs and everything as well. I was
The
student.
important places. Don't remember where your university was, but the pubs. The pubs.
No, I can. Yeah.
Yeah. And hello, Corina. Can you tell us where you're connecting?
Yes, of course. Hello from London. I'm based in London. We are a Greek-Spanish family in London.
Welcome.
Wonderful.
Nice to
Thank
see
you.
And the next one, Lenka. Lenka? No?
We'll
Tanya?
try.
I just go to the next. Tanya, where are you connecting from?
Hello, everybody. I'm connecting from the Netherlands. We are a Brazilian family, and my son was born in the United States.
Oh,
So we
where
used to
in
live
the-
there.
yeah,
Oh, we got a flag up here as well. Wow,
Oh, that's
this
a
is a real
Brazilian flag as
celebration.
well.
where in the Netherlands are you, Tanya?
Wassenaar.
Wassenaar. I'm in Voorschoten.
Oh,
We're neighbors.
yeah, neighbors.
Welcome. Hi, Melanie. Where are you connecting from?
Hi, I'm from Essex in England, which is in the southeast.
Fantastic.
And we are an English, Spanish speaking family. My husband's from Ecuador in South America. But my mother's French, so we also speak French at home.
Okay.
Mm,
Perfect.
very
Welcome.
good.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Yeah, nice to have you. I don't see the name. You have headphones on. I don't know. Maybe you can
Michelle?
introduce yourself. Michelle? Oh, you're Michelle Fernanda. Oh,
Can you hear me?
yes.
Ah, okay, so it's working.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Michelle Fernanda.
Where are you connecting from?
I'm connecting from Germany. So one more.
Willkommen, zwei aus Deutschland. Nice to see.
I'm still working on my German, so a lot to learn.
Okay, now then let's get back to English. And maybe Anna Cristina Paulino, can you please tell us where you're connecting from?
Yes, I'm connecting from Netherlands, but I'm from Brazil.
Oh,
so
more
many
Brazilian.
people
Brazilian
around there.
contingency grows.
Yeah.
And where in the Netherlands?
I'm in Rijswijk. This is near Den Haag.
I know, I live there too. Oh, wow. We are close.
Go to Uta's place. Go join her.
Great.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Katerina, you have a nice enjoy picture, which I very much like. I have an enjoy program, so I really can relate to that.
Hello, everyone. I just found the community today, and and just discovered this this live 1 minute before it started, so I just jumped in.
Well done.
Yeah. Yes. I'm from Belarus, living in Italy for almost 16 years. I've got 3 kids, and till now I was speaking to them in Russian and Italian, and with my 3rd kid, I decided to get with English as well. And I also am running a small English school. This is why the logo it's Enjoy English Academy, and
Great.
that's why I was very interested in the multilingual and bilingual theme. So I'm
Perfect.
joining for
We're
this.
so happy. We're so happy that you could make it. Very great timing.
Yes, it's just
And
I'm lucky, I think.
You said you're connecting from Italy. Where in Italy? I'm curious.
I'm in the Modena area. It's
Modena.
northern.
Che bello. Yes.
Welcome. Sì, che bello. You've been there too.
Yeah, no, I'm from Lombardy, but that's another question.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Because we have had so many people joining since we said it. Just a reminder, this is being recorded. We are live and it's being recorded.
Yes. The next one, Heather, would you like to tell us where you're connecting from? Welcome.
Hi. Hi, welcome. Thank you. I'm connecting from Massachusetts, and I have a toddler refusing to sleep, which is why I'm trying to speak quietly.
Thank you very much.
I'm trying to cook.
There is a competition on the youngest participant front then.
Oh, she's 2, so she's not that young.
Okay. And welcome, Heather.
Thank you. And we're Polish-American family, but I'm also a French-Spanish teacher, so I'm trying to do more French with my kids.
So multilingual all the way.
Yeah.
Thank you. Patrali, you're connecting from? Yeah, she's writing in the chat.
Yeah.
She's from London. I know her actually. I'm from India with 2 kids, moved from India to Houston, to Beijing, and then Holland, where she met me. And now she's in London. Lenka says, sorry, I had to skip the intro. I'm putting my toddler to sleep. I'm connecting from Haarlem in the Netherlands. So we have many people from the Netherlands.
That's
I'm not the
winning
only
country
one.
this year. Wow.
Hey, good.
Not the biggest country, but you've got the most participants today.
Yes, we are very strong.
And we also want to acknowledge everybody who's watching with us on our Facebook Live. So thank you for taking the time to join our roundup session for 2020. So thank you, Yoshito, and we have Frederica who says hi, everybody. Yoshito supposed to come in here anytime now, or maybe he's just gonna watch on the live stream. Not sure. So.
Have you shared with him that he's not going to win anything unless he's in it?
I think he's driving. He's going to have to park the car and come.
All right. Okay. He's forgiven. Okay. So let's start. I just briefly about Raising Multilinguals Live. This is I was going to say adventure. It's been a bit of an adventure that the 3 of us. Tetsu, Ute and I have been on this year. It was, I think Tetsu thought about it for quite a long time. Am I right, Tetsu?
Indeed.
And then he sat there and kind of, will I dare to contact any? What should I do with this idea? And then he finally plucked up the courage and contacted me. and then I said, oh God, I have so much on. I don't know if I can do it. I said, yes, if I can have a very good friend, knowledgeable friend to join me, then we can do it. So then I asked Ute, and that's how the 3 of us came together to do these interview sessions, and also we've now had a parent session. What we want to do is to bring the latest knowledge from the academia to the parents in a kind of in a way that's easy to digest and to make it accessible. We want to make that information accessible. We also want to give parents the chance to ask their questions directly to the experts, those who have researched something, or they have written books on something, or they work in it. So parents can ask these questions directly to the experts. So that's what we set out to do. And I must say I'm so proud, and I'm also humbled to say that we have had so many great names, things. must be honest, I didn't dare to dream that we could have that high profile list of speakers as we have had. We have really had the cutting edge of knowledge on these sessions.
It's really about the passion that we feel from these educators. They really want us to, spread the message for them. They ask us for the links to publish on their own sites and everything. So
yes,
and
that's been a big positive, hasn't it? That we feel that there is the need to get the word out to parents who need this information, so it doesn't stay within the academia. So every single one of our guests have been very, very generous with their knowledge, with their everything. So that's been a really, really good experience.
And I'm sure it's something that's different for them also. They're always, at conferences talking to other people who are researchers, or through us, they're sort of going kind of like a B2C, kind of directly to the frontline users, which are all our parents, our real audience for this show. So being this little, the intermediate, I think, is really where we thrive, where we're able to bring it in and spread it, in more bite-sized or piecemeal or easier to consume material.
Anyone wondering what B2C is? That's business to customer. Don't throw in any jargon, Tetsu. I'll pick you up on it.
Yes, and maybe if I can add something that actually was not in the beginning when we started to draw a bit out how these different episodes would look like. But I think the format that is now being followed since, I think, the very beginning, actually, in terms of interviews, made it for us more accessible and also for the guests more accessible, in terms of that we can really guide through the questions that we get confronted with, that we have from clients and from our Facebook groups and the other groups that we are in order really to bridge in between those who are juggling with several languages, with little children, with older children, with reluctant speakers, with chatterboxes, and those who are actually studying them. So this, I think, was a great combination, and to find our recipe somehow was not a given at the beginning, but I think we're all quite happy with this. But we always want to know also what others think about this, because we're not doing it for us, we're doing it actually for those who are here today with us in Zoom and those who are following us. So we are always happy to have your feedback and to take this into account, and we are flexible, we can adjust at any time. But maybe it's time, Rita, that you give a little overview of who we had, so that in like 9 minutes, you see my German or Dutch or I don't know, Swiss genes, I don't have Swiss genes, but anyway, are kicking in, so that we can start at 7:30.
We can, yes, certainly. But before that, I would like to welcome Anastasia, who just joined us. Welcome, Anastasia. Please do tell us where you are. And oh gosh, we have another small. Oh, I'm just falling into pieces here now. Where are you calling in from, Anastasia?
Oh, I'm calling in from Ottawa, Canada.
Oh, another Canadian.
Yeah.
I'm just outside of Montreal.
Oh, fantastic. So I'm Russian and from Ukraine, grown up in Canada, well, halfway. And my husband is Francophone Swiss and Quebecois. So our situation is, so I have a 2.5-year-old boy and then a 6-month-old little girl. And I speak Russian to my children 99% of the time. My husband understands Russian, but he speaks French to the children. Between the two of us, we speak French and English, and we live in a very Anglophone area of town. So outside it's all English, and then in daycare it's Arabic and English and French and just a mishmash of languages. So
That's
yeah, so it's
fantastic.
wonderful, but also, you know, we're doing this for the first time. I don't have any model that I'm following. I'm doing everything intuitively. It seems to be working with the older one, but of course, there's always questions and always so much to learn.
Yes, somebody agrees. There are always questions. Thank you very much, Anastasia.
Thank you.
Well, the community is a great place to get, you know, lots of not just answers, but also lots of power and passion and you know, this working as allies, I think is a motivation
support.
to
Kind of, there are those days when it's really difficult and you're thinking, am I the only one struggling with this? It is so good to be part. We all have our Facebook groups as well, so if you haven't joined them, do join, because the power of being able to connect with somebody who's going through the same thing is really it's a big thing.
Indeed.
Good. So now I can see Ute is looking very sternly at me. So I'd better start.
Just 1 second though. Just before that, we've got more folks who's commenting in our chat. So I do want to acknowledge people who are watching on our Facebook Live, and do remind you that if you want to come into the Zoom environment and talk with us, or also to play the quiz, please, you have to sign into the Zoom environment, and you can find the link in the description of the live. Okay, so I'm talking to Frederica, Lauren, Hugo, and Yoshito. All right.
Good. So, but I will just quickly mention all the wonderful experts and two parents as well that we have, who are also experts in their own right. And then what we would like to know, if you had a chance to attend any of these sessions, is there something that stuck in your mind, or that you were surprised about, or anything? Just please comment once we've gone through the different episodes. So we started with Professor Antonella Sorace from the University of Edinburgh, when she gave a wonderful overview of what it means to raise bilingual children. And then the following person was Dr. Dina Mehmedbegovic Smith, who spoke about the healthy linguistic diet, which is a wonderful concept, and to me that was a really something new and something that every school should think about, and every parent as well, by the way. And then after that we had Thomas Bach, also from the University of Edinburgh, sharing his wisdom with us. And then the following was a really big name, Ellen Bialystok, from your neck of the woods,
That's
Tetsu,
right.
in University of York in Canada.
York, yeah.
Yes. And then we had Jonty Amisha on, who was a wonderful parent. And he's passing on a rare language. That was a really interesting
that was also
episode.
a very interesting session.
Yes. And then we had Mila Schwartz, who speaks for children, and how we take children into account when we make decisions about family language policies and so on. And then we had Mary Pat O'Malley, who came with a lot of important information about how to know if you're worried about your child being a late talker, and what to think about, what to take into account, and how to what can you do to help your child. And then we had Arturo Hernandez, who spoke about the bilingual brain, and then how languages live in our brains. That was really fascinating as well. And then a very important topic, the last of our expert, Ellen Rose Campbell, spoke about the language-friendly school. That's something I think is on all our wish list, that all all schools that our children attend, that they would be language friendly, that our children, when they go to school, that they can go there with confidence and be welcomed, and their languages are welcomed as well. And then we wound up this year with the parent session, which was really successful, and I loved it, and this is something we are going to do in the next year as well. And we're speaking to Yoshito and Aditi. I think, Yoshito, are you on Facebook? So hi, Yoshito. Be careful if you're driving and listening. Don't take both your hands off the wheel when you're waving. And we spoke about, because they both pass on the language, we've got a different script, so that was the topic of that session. Tetsu, thoughts about?
Well, suddenly that's six months, like we started in July, and all these experts, and also the parent session, every single one is memorable, and it was all very impactful. Some more personal to me, some more personal to others. I'm sure there are things that some of you probably had retained, but all the sessions are recorded and on our Facebook page, and also on our YouTube channel. For some of you who may not know, we have a YouTube channel, Raising Multilinguals Live. So they're on those channels depending on how you consume these information. So from our members here in the Zoom, was there one that you remembered that you attended? Is there a message that you thought was something that gave you like an aha moment, a eureka, or that's how we do it? Some things are also like confirmatory, like you're doing it, you're not sure if that's the way, you're not sure if you're harming your child, but an expert says it and you're like, oh, phew. Anybody have any comments before we go into our big event in a few minutes? I know Uta's looking forward to that.
Yes, maybe let's play.
Well, let's just, because we have said that if anyone has got a question that we will answer. So the moment is now. If you like to ask a question, please do it now, and we will do our best to respond to it. But like, we all have our platforms on Facebook, and we also do I do question and answer sessions. So
I have a question.
Yes, please,
Tanya. Oh, thank you. My son is almost 2 years old now. He will turn 2 years old on January, and he is almost speaking. He is speaking now in his own language. And I heard some advices from teachers in Brazil that is better focus just in one language from now on, because he's not going to school yet. He will start school in English. But so he heard a lot of YouTube videos and play with some toys that's in English. And also he play with some children in Dutch here. The children, I think the children try to speak English with him, because since we speak English with them, with the children, they try to, but when they play by themselves, of course they play in Dutch. So my question is, what is better to do? Just be patient, exposure him to all the language that is in his environment, or just stop YouTube videos in English, and since the Corona crisis here now, you have lockdown, so we'll stop the playing Dutch for a while. So is it better focus just in Portuguese from now until he starts to speak properly, or no, or just continue do what I'm doing now? So
Ute, do you want to start?
Yes, I think the most important question that you have to answer for your child, because he's not there yet, is what languages does he need? You mentioned that he needs Portuguese and Dutch. right? Because he wants to play with his friends and he will reply at some point. He probably understands. And I think one of the most important things at the beginning, when our children are not that verbal yet, we have to understand what verbal means. So if they are cueing, if they are babbling, if they are using words or sound chains that make sense for them and that we can understand what they mean, these are already words for them. And we build on that. And if you see that your child is producing these utterances in Portuguese when he talks with you, maybe you can tell if the intonation is more the Portuguese one, or if the intonation is maybe more the Dutch one when he talks with the Dutch children, or when he is with the Dutch children. I would not narrow down the languages at all. He needs those languages. I mean, you have to decide what languages he needs and continue fostering them. And yes, speaking with him, not to him. I published this little book that we will mention at the end with a lot of activities that one can do in order to foster understanding and speaking also in a more fun way for parents, you know, because we sometimes start and say, well, it's not rocket science, we just speak, right? But in order to make our children also respond in the languages that we need or that our child needs, there need to be a lot of interactions. So I would insist more on that.
Yeah, I would also want to add that a child can learn several languages at the same time, and there is no evidence to show that dropping one language would make it easier to learn another. Sometimes it's even the opposite. If there's a big change in the child's life, that a language that has been used with the child all of a sudden disappears. So that change can be more harmful than any perceived kind of advantages. So dropping a language is really not an answer when that recommendation comes from like in your case, I understand, is it the teachers who are recommending this? So
yeah, another question that I have, if I may. Thank you for answer. Yeah, because he's as you said, he's speaking in his own language, and he speaks now properly 3 words: mama, papa, and jump in English. So jump was the first word that even before mama he said jump. But since I don't speak Dutch yet, neither my husband, so I try not to read to him in Dutch because I'm afraid to misspelling the words or the pronunciation. So is that the right strategy? So if I don't speak properly, don't speak with him in this language. So just speak with him in English and Portuguese, and let the Dutch for the Dutch people.
Yes and no. I'm totally aware of the situation that we are all in at the moment, that you cannot let a nanny come in or a babysitter and speak Dutch with your child. And this is actually a burden for many parents during these lockdown times, that we have the impression that we have to foster all the languages all at once, and we don't know how to juggle this all. So again, what are the most important languages for him right now? And what can you do? What do you want to do? We only have 24 hours a day. So if you want to help him to become more fluent in Portuguese, focus on Portuguese. You can also have what I always call like an international island during the day, where you have, you sit down and you can also read a book in Dutch. It doesn't matter if you have some accents or it's not perfect yet. It's better than nothing. And this is actually the situation that we are in, that I see with many parents whose children can't go to daycare now. We have the lockdown until the 19th of January here in the Netherlands. So the young children won't go anywhere. So see what you can do. If you can have it at least in the background, you know, some Nijntje songs or liedjes met een hoppeltje home are what they play at the daycares. So see what you can do. But it's very difficult to give this kind of advice if you don't know what the situation is at your home and how you communicate and how he's responding. So this is just a guess.
Yeah.
So one would need to see how he responds, what he's saying, because maybe he's already talking a little bit of Dutch, but you don't see,
I don't
hear it, which can happen very often when we are not that fluent yet in that language. But yes, shall we start with?
Thank you.
I know that I'm probably.
Yes.
Yes.
I think it's a time to start the quiz now.
Yes, I would like to say also that after the quiz is done and we have found the winners, etc., we may have still some moments to answer some questions, and I'm sure that the quiz might also yes, make you think about some things that you would like to ask afterwards. Okay, so first of all, I would like to ask you all you're all muted, that's fine. Do you have another device at hand that you can open a browser in? So please take that device, it can be your cell phone or another computer, or if you are doing all on one computer, I would recommend that you open a browser right next to the one that you see now, because I'm going to share the screen with you. And you have to follow me on the screen. You have to follow the questions on the screen. And the answers, you are going to type them in. You see my children on my Zoom. You have to type them into your other device, okay? So, do you have it?
Any questions about the Kahoot?
I'm going to walk you through this. So you open that device, you go into the browser and you type in kahoot.it. I write it in the chat.
Yeah.
For everyone. So if you go in the chat.
Yeah, I'll do that part. You can prepare the screen.
I prepare the screen. You do that. Perfect. I'm going to share the screen.
Are you going to share what they have the chance to win before we start?
Should we do that?
I think we should.
Let me do that while
okay,
Lucia gets ready.
Then do you share the screen first, Tetsu?
Yeah, I'll first show the prizes that people are going to win.
Yes, we are going to give the game pin in a moment. You're in the right place, Tatrani.
Okay. Hang on. Okay, do you guys see a screen with 3 books?
Yes. Yes.
Fantastic. So the winners of today, well, before that, every participant who are with us right now in this Zoom environment will get my little book that I wrote a few years back called Pampers to Polyglot, 7 Ideas for Raising Multilinguals Like Me. This is a book that I wrote before I had children. It's really based on how I thought I was going to raise my own children. Now I have 4. But when I was writing that, I was basing it on how I was raised by my parents. And so like 80–90% of what I do today with my children are based on how I was raised by myself. So I'm very convinced of how I did it. So that's what I'm just trying to pass on right away. So this is an ebook. So I'm going to put the link to it. It's a little PDF that you can download. You can read on your Kindle. So to all the participants, thank you for coming today. And here is a little book for you guys. And those who win first, second, or third place, it doesn't really matter. These 3, you guys can pick one of the 2 that the 2 other ones that you see on the screen. So one is by Rita, Bringing Up a Bilingual Child. And the other is the Toolbox for Multilingual Families. They're very different style books. And both are very, very interesting and very useful. So you will have a choice when you get on the podium, okay? And I will contact you for details how to get that.
Yes, so Tetsu will be, because he will have your email address so that you're registered, and then he will ask you which one you want to have. If you because some of you might have one book, so we want to give you the choice. I will sign it and send it to you. I will wrap it up. I'm not sure if it will make it to you before Christmas, but it will certainly make its way, independent of where you are in the world.
Yeah, the same goes for the book that I wrote with Ana Elisa Miranda, The Toolbox. So I will share the screen now, Tetsu. Thank you. Okay, so you will see we are going to do this little game. The way it works is that the moment that I click play will appear, as you see now. Choose this one. Okay. Now here will appear the game pin that you have to insert into the browser that you just opened and where it's asked for. The game pin is 823689. Please enter that into your device and click go, and then you choose your name. Thank you, Lenka, you're the first one, and Katia, Jenny, Anna Christina. Please make sure that your name appears here on the screen with us, sorry. Okay, Mihaela. PDS is, who is PDS? Mel, you have to check yourself who you are, and then tell Tetsu, especially at the end, who these people were, because
Mel, I suppose it's Melanie.
Yeah, Melanie, Federica.
Mirna,
okay.
I don't see.
Do we have everyone in the room? Is everyone there? No, Harumi.
PDS is Patrali. Okay,
Patrali. Okay, great. Is everyone here?
Okay, now I am seeing.
I'm not in yet because I'm trying to get in and I don't know how. So I put a pin there, right?
Yes, and then you click enter.
Okay, 8, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9. Okay.
Yes. Enter, and then it should ask you your name to enter the name with which you will participate.
Okay.
You put in the name and then enter again.
I hope I'm doing it. Okay, it's in French.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you can see. We can see you now. We can see you now.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Now, for everyone who, can you check Tetsu and Rita if everyone is in the room, or those who don't see their name, please speak up. You can unmute yourself for a moment.
Okay, I think we have people who have joined from outside.
Okay.
So that's why we have more. It'll be very difficult for those who are playing on the live stream because you're not gonna. There's gonna be a delay, so you will automatically.
That's fine. They will have to deal with a shorter time, I think.
Yeah.
But everyone who is in Zoom is on this site, is on the screen. Find the name.
Yep, I see.
Yes, if I don't hear anyone say no, then I will press this button and start. What will happen is that you will have to follow the questions and see the answers on the Zoom screen, and you only type in your answers in your device that you have in front of you, where you have just inserted the game pin and your name, okay? So the questions will all be color-coded. So they are red, green, yellow, and blue. And you look at what answer is the one that you choose, and you click as fast as you can on that color on your device. There will be questions with multiple answers. In that case, you have to click multiple answers and verify and say, okay, I agree with that. So it's not enough to just click, I don't know, green, yellow, blue, but you have also to confirm your choice, because otherwise the time just goes ahead, and well, it's also about who is the fastest to click. Okay. Are you ready?
You will see.
Ready, go.
Yes, ready.
Let's do this. And just
I thought the only person I can't find there is Francesco, unless you're with a different name. So
Francesco, I think I saw him before, no?
I am now Jenny, fine.
Jenny, okay.
Yeah, we've got Jenny.
Perfect, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Sorry, one question. So my screen is green. So once you press start, then you go for me, or I'm doing something wrong? Sorry, it's the first time I do this.
Are you open? Do you have the screen open on
it's
your
fine.
website?
My screen is green too. Just wait, it'll start.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're fine.
What is important, Michelle, is that you see the screen with all the names as well, because on that screen, on the Zoom screen, you will see all the questions and answers, okay? Okay.
So, Uta, hang on just 1 second, okay? We have...
we've got Achim joining us.
Yeah.
Achim is on the screen as well.
Yeah, but he's not in Zoom.
Okay, we will have to deal with that. It's okay.
Yeah. He'll come in here, and once he's in here, he'll be able to see it.
Okay, good. Yes. No, wait a moment.
Yeah, just let's see, just 1 second for him to join us.
On Zoom.
Yeah, he's got to.
Welcome, Achim.
Quickly. Let's see.
Okay.
So I'll give him 1 minute.
1 minute and then let off. Well,
yeah, at 10:02 we'll start, and then we'll be able to close this.
Okay, he's
here. He's here.
Yeah, he's here. Perfect.
Let's let him in.
Yeah.
Hi, Achim.
Hello, Achim.
Okay.
Fantastic.
So I count backwards: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we start.
Started.
So that's the quiz. I will only read the questions. Please read the answers yourself. What does OPAL stand for? Click the right answer, the one that you choose.
Outstanding personal language, this one.
You might want to mute yourself if you have a tendency to think out loud.
I always do, yeah. Okay. So we see that 11 got the right answer. 311. There will be no one shamed or anything. Let's see. Who made
Heather
it
was
first?
fast.
Heather, very good.
Oh, that was fast.
So this is now a slide. You don't have to do anything. It's just an explanation about what OPAL is, where I explain the term one person, one language was first introduced by French linguist Maurice Gramont in 1908. A well-known approach used with children who are acquiring 2 languages simultaneously is for each parent to use his or her own language with a child. With this dual input, children very quickly produce sounds, syllables, and words in each language and are remarkably good at knowing which language to use with which parent. I was quoting François Grosjean. OPAL was also referred to one parent, one language, but we use the term one person, one language now. The next question, what is idioglossia?
It's harder now, right? First one was a warm-up.
Best guess if you don't know. This was mentioned during one of the sessions that we had, and it came from one of our listeners or watchers.
That's right.
From the audience.
Yes. It's over. Time is over. Great. It is a made-up language. Let's see who is going to come.
Wow.
Yes, Lenka, Heather. And no need to answer. This is now the explanation. And I refer to the episode 2 with Professor Antonella Sorace, where we mentioned the term of idioglossia is it's a made-up language. It can occur among children around age 2, but also among children who are 4 or 5 years old. When it occurs among twins, it's called cryptophasia.
Yes, and I think this was referred to just earlier in the question
Yes.
that Is it own language? Idioglossia.
Idioglossia, yeah, and cryptophasia among twins, which happened with my children. Next question. What happens when children mix the languages? There's only one right answer. Yes, they use all their active languages. Very good. Let's see. Eugenia is coming up.
Heather on fire.
Heather's staying at the top.
Heather is staying there. She's not going anywhere. Yes. So here I refer to 3 episodes where we mentioned this, with the episode with Antonella Sorace, with Mila Schwartz and Arturo Hernandez. All languages are actually then constantly active, and the child will say the word that is more dominant in a given context, no matter the language. This happens naturally and never with languages the other person doesn't understand, at least not intentionally. Okay, the next question. What is a cognitive reserve? Here you have a little bit more time to answer.
Yeah, the answer is a bit longer, so it takes a bit while to read them. I mean, we've learned so much from our experts about how the brain works and how the language, where it sits and how it interacts with the languages interact with each other. Oh, Harumi says that she is at work, so cannot join in Zoom.
Okay, so we have
the answers.
Yeah, so we have the result, the brain's ability to improvise and find alternative ways of doing things. Let's see. Alternate ways.
Oh, Michelle's coming up.
Michelle is not yet.
And you
closing
see the
in.
scores are really tight for the 5 top.
So as I said, the cognitive reserve is the brain's ability to improvise and find alternate ways of doing things. So we had Thomas Bach talking about this in episode 4, as well as Ellen Bialystok in episode 5, and Arturo Hernandez in episode 9. Let's go to the next question. It's a multi-select question. Please remember to press the right answers and also to confirm them. What are 2 advantages of being multilingual? Wow, you are very fast altogether. Yes, the right answers are the yellow and the green one. Let's see who is. Oh,
Michelle is taking the lead.
Wow. It's nice to see how this can change from answer to answer.
Sorry, can I just interrupt you a minute? Sorry. All of your faces were over the answers on the previous few questions. I haven't been able to see them. So I fiddle with my screen and now I can't see the proper screen properly.
So can you put them one next to the other? The screens.
Oh yeah, that's better. Yeah, found it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, carry on.
No problem.
That's fine.
So the 2 advantages of being multilingual, the right answers were one can learn other languages easier and is more focused on what is important. And Ellen Bialystok talked about this in the episode number 5. Okay, the next question is also multi-select. 2 main aspects to consider when choosing a language strategy are, you have to select 2 right answers.
So with the language strategy, we mean that who should speak what in the family to make sure that the children pick up the family languages.
Yes. Oh, it's quick. Almost everyone. Okay.
Good.
Good. So let's see what happens with
Heather's back.
Heather is back up. And let's see the explanation. The two aspects we're looking for with that are children's preferences and the need of the children to learn those languages. The children's agency are important. And Antonella Sorace talked about this in episode 2 and Mila Schwartz in episode 7. The next one is also two advantages of a language-friendly school are two answers to select. Okay. Let's see what the ratings are now. Oh,
Okay.
Heather.
Achim has come up.
Yes. So the two answers that we were looking for were that children and their families feel more integrated and teachers can learn their students' languages. They get the opportunity to learn a little bit about the students' languages, in fact. And Ellen Rose Campbell talked about this in episode 10 when she was talking about the language-friendly school.
I have a question. Is it student singular or student plural?
It should be plural.
Oh, okay.
Just saw that now.
That threw me off for a second because I was like, only one student? Okay.
No.
Just wanted to check.
Yeah, it should be plural.
This is a multi-select again. What are three aspects of a healthy multilingual journey? Three answers to select.
This could have been picked the wrong answer.
No, we'll stay on the positive. Pick the right ones. Click on the right ones.
Click on the three right ones.
Yes.
Oh, well.
No, I think it's good.
You can go by exclusion as well. No matter how, you can get there. So let's see what else is happening. Okay.
Oh, she's staying ahead.
Okay, Anna Christina.
Let's see what the right answer is. So Dina Mehmenbegovic-Smith was talking about this in episode 3. And it's about the children's needs and interests are considered and small goals are set and consistency are three of the aspects. What is the current estimated number of speakers of Circassian? Take a guess.
Well, this is probably has to be a guess. I must say I will take my hat off for anyone who didn't listen to the episode but knows the answer.
Yeah, first of all, what is Circassian? I think that's where we start.
Well, this is why I added the map.
Yeah,
very
good.
You see very good results.
Wow.
Oh, Anna Christina.
Anna Christina. Very well.
Wow, shuffling.
So Janti Yamisha talked about this in episode 6, and he mentioned that less than 2 million people. Circassians are the largest diaspora nation in the world with about 4 million Circassians from 5 million ethnic Circassians living outside of their country. So the right answer was less than 2 million people.
Yeah, so if you think about it, it's less than 20, less than 40% of the people who actually speak the language. That's
yes.
It's very hard for this language, and it's very hard for Janti to pass it on to his kids living in Chicago.
Living abroad, exactly.
Yeah,
not
it's very hard.
And not only passing on the language, but also creating all the materials for reading and writing. So
yeah, so
it's a really inspiring episode for anyone who doesn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are some written materials, though. It's not like Swiss German where you don't have anything. Let's see the next question. I think it's should be. multi-select. What are 3 warning signs for the late talkers?
When they speak a secret language, who is talking about the daughter or son speaking a secret language today? It's definitely not a sign of delay.
Thank you, Tanya, for participating.
So the 3 warning signs for late talkers that can be mentioned are when they struggle to comprehend, when there is a family history of late talkers, and when the child doesn't use any gestures. So, and then we have, I think it's the last question for this quiz. What does RML stand for?
It's not like we haven't ever mentioned it, have we?
I don't remember.
No.
Really, don't remember where.
But the choices are so difficult.
I got it wrong. I got it wrong.
And have a look at the
Okay, trick question.
This was a trick question. We're sorry for that, but well, it says for Raising
And
Multilinguals.
the standings?
Okay.
Oh.
Let's see who our winners are.
Oh, Heather.
Heather. Achim.
And the winner
is
Anna
Anna
Cristina.
Cristina. Fantastic.
But we actually decided that our 3 winners are then Anna Cristina, Achim, and Heather. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing the screen.
Oh,
Thank you very much for participating in this quiz. I hope
Yay, Anna Cristina is celebrating. Yes.
Yeah.
And Heather and Achim is there. Yeah, can't see you, Achim.
Wow, Achim came in late, but took the winning spot. It's fantastic.
Just an applause for everyone.
Yeah, well done.
Well done.
Admit it, it was not easy. I mean, I can't win even if I played. So,
it was not
these...
an easy quiz. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Tetsu, Anna Cristina, Achim, and Heather, Tetsu will be in touch and ask you what your choice is, and then we will send out the book to you.
Yes, you registered with your name, right? Just to make sure that I have your email. I see Ana Cristina Paulino de Carvalho, and I have Heather, and I have Achim. So I have all your emails. So perfect. I'll send you a little message to get in touch, and we'll get the books to you. And earlier I thought I had put in my book, the link to my book in the chat, but I have re-put it again. Okay, so pick it up. That's for everybody here. You guys, thank you for your participation. So you can download the PDF of my book.
Yes.
Mm.
So was that fun? Was that hard? Hope even if you didn't win, I hope you learned a thing or two. It was all taken from the sessions that we've had from the experts, and I do invite you to go back and take a look at the recordings. Some of these, as Rita said, some are very inspirational in terms of what they do. Some are very, very informative in terms of the information that you can get out of. So there's something to learn from every episode, and I definitely urge you guys to go take a look. Okay. And are we going to wrap up pretty soon? We did go past the hour a little bit. I hope you guys enjoyed the session.
We do need to look forward to next year and see what we have in plan for you. We are already working hard on getting high quality interviewees like we've done this year, and we will continue on that. Ute, tell us a little bit about what we can look forward to.
Okay,
Yes.
let me put it on the screen.
Exactly. Thank you, Tetsu. So we have already quite a lineup of great talkers. That we have on January the 5th, Dr. Shiran will talk about the impact of bilingualism on autistic children. On January the 19th, Professor Elizabeth Lanza will talk about the family language policies and practices. On February the 2nd, Professor Annick de Houwer will talk about how to speak effectively with a bilingual child. On February the 16th, Professor Janice Nakamura will talk about bilingual children who understand but only speak one language. And please note that this episode on February the 16th will have a different time. We will meet at 8 a.m. New York, 1 p.m. London, and 10 p.m. Tokyo. And on March the 2nd, we will have our next parent session. We will let you know closer to the date what this will be about, what topic we will be talking about. So please join us on January the 5th in the new year, hopefully a better one, or yes, a very healthy one for everyone, 2021, on 1 p.m. New York, 6 p.m. London, and 7 p.m. Paris on January the 5th.
Bright and early. We're starting January 5th. That's 3 weeks from now, right? Yeah, yep. we have a 5-week December. So that again, a great year, a great start for Raising Multilinguals Live. We're having a lot of fun interacting with you guys and bringing the cutting edge of raising multilingual children to the people who need it most. I mean, I think I need it also. So, and we have a late comer who's coming in, a very, very special guest who's coming in right now. We have Thomas.
Can we maybe round up by asking those who would like to share, what are you looking forward to next year, language-wise?
Sure. Thomas, how are you? Thank you for joining.
Fine. So are you having a nice meeting?
Yes.
Yes. We were getting close to wrapping up. So you really?
Yeah. So I'm just moment? So I can just come to say hello and goodbye
and take 1 hour.
It's a busy week. I have 3 talks this week. So one just in half an hour, and then one tomorrow and on Friday.
We're very honored to have you join us on such a busy day and busy week, Thomas. That's fantastic.
It's kind of, the end of the year is becoming intense, and all the busyness of the December before Christmas is now being reproduced on Zoom.
That's it, exactly. So
yes, yeah, I just want to remind everyone, Thomas, I think one of your session was really inspirational, and I really recommend, if you haven't watched it, go back and watch it, because your passion comes through so well, and when you speak about these things, and it's just lovely. It was so lovely having you on, Thomas.
Thanks very much. Although I have to admit, just last week, I think in our time on BBC4, I learned to my horror that the term enthusiastic was originally a very pejorative one. That were the people who cut off the head of Charles I. So enthusiastic were basically religious fanatics.
Wow. Did not know.
I think we will try to dampen my enthusiasm.
We will stick to the modern interpretation of the word.
I am glad that there has been some semantic shift.
Yes.
No. We see Thomas as somebody who goes into a room, even a Zoom room, and lights it up.
Yes.
Absolutely. So who would like to share what your goals or what you are looking forward to in 2021 language-wise?
Yeah.
Shall I? Heather, yes.
You want to unmute?
Hi, thanks. I can share. I've just been trying to speak more French with my kids who are 3.5 and 2, and I've already seen them starting to pick it up and use it and then repeat after me. So that's it's just been promising to see that they've picked it up pretty quickly. So just hoping to keep speaking more French with them. So we speak Polish at home, which is not my native tongue, and I speak French better than Polish. So I'm excited to kind of go to a language I'm more fluent in.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
And dzień dobry, Tomasz.
Dzień dobry.
Miło mi pana poznać, zobaczyć. Tutaj.
Nice.
Someone else who would like to share?
Anybody else? Anything you look forward to? Any goals? Michelle?
Michelle?
Yeah, Anastasia.
Oh, hello. I'm looking forward to together with the community a little bit. So the home language can really, you know, flourish a little bit more. I would say that at home I'm very consistent, but I'd love to be able, of course, to meet other families. And then right now, of course, everything's online, but it would be nice to I'm looking forward to this together again and be able to speak, you know, within the community.
Absolutely.
Yes, and Patrali is saying, I have started teaching Bengali with someone and started practicing Mandarin again. She was looking forward to practicing Mandarin, which she had almost lost by, moving internationally several times and not into any country that speaks Mandarin. So that's...
Anastasia, I see that you've unmuted yourself.
Yeah, I wanted to say I'm looking forward to, so my son is 2 and 9 months, and so he's turning 3 soon, and I'm looking forward to teaching him how to read. So he knows letters, and now I'm just wondering how I'm going to teach him, the Russian versus French. I guess I should just focus on the Russian and have my husband do the French. That's probably the easiest way to do this. And I am gonna, I think, try to do it before my husband does, because eventually he's gonna go to a French school or a French English school. So that's gonna dominate naturally. So I think that the earlier I get the Russian in, the better off the Russian.
Anastasia, is Russian phonetic? Because that's my plan with Polish. Is Russian phonetic? Because Polish is very phonetic. So we're planning on doing Polish first because it's much easier than English or French in terms of reading. Everything you see is pronounced.
Yes, everything you see is pronounced.
Yeah, I don't know any Russian.
There are nuances though. It's not beautifully phonetic like German or anything. It's a bit strange. Like certain things are not actually how they're written, but it's way more phonetic than French or English.
Yeah. Okay. Then it might be easier to start with that too. Although 2 it's really young, kids don't learn to read.
3.
Yeah, but like they don't learn to read till like 6, 5, 6. I don't know. My kids are also young.
Yeah, I think this kid's gonna learn to read by 5 for sure, because he's already picking out all the letters just randomly wherever he can see them. So I'm gonna try.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was going to point out that it's important when you speak about literacy that to follow your child's cue, and if your child is interested and wants to learn, then go ahead with it. So not try to if you try to introduce it and your child is not interested at all, then just wait. But clearly, Anastasia, your child is already interested in it, so go ahead.
Thank you.
Anyone else want to share?
I'll say something.
Yes, please.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm actually an educator, and I brought up 2 children trilingually from birth who turned up to multilingual. So I'm not in the group of parents now, but have been. I'm an advocate of multilingualism, and I had a bilingual school in Italy for many years. So I'm wearing the hat of a parent and of an educator. So my dream for next year would be to see more and more multilingual advocates and communities. And I had the name Multilinguals Unite, as a kind of my logo. And then more and more schools, like my school in Italy did, embracing multilingualism. There is a lot of work that needs to be done at school level with language policies and training of teachers and things like that. So that's actually my hope and dream, to hear of more and more schools and multilingual communities.
Yes, and I would like to introduce then Evgenia to Thomas and Thomas to Evgenia if you haven't met before. And with Thomas, Thomas, you launched an initiative 2 or 3 years ago. I don't know, the years just
3 probably by now, the time passes.
Yes, exactly. I was thinking now it's maybe I lost a year somewhere.
Feels like yesterday, but it was probably 3 years.
It was, yes, which is the initiative of a multilingual is normal. So every time that you publish something online, anywhere on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, etc., please use the hashtag multilingual is normal. Because we are trying to get as many people as possible to follow this in order to have one day consider multilingual as the norm, okay? So this is what I think we all are aiming for, and we hope, of course, that it will happen yesterday, but it won't. But if we are all together, I think it might happen quicker.
Yeah.
Hi, I'd like to say something, please.
Melanie.
Yes, please.
So I am a primary school teacher in England, and I've been a teacher for 10 years. I'm also English as an additional language coordinator in my school. I've always worked with young children, so currently I'm working with 4 and 5 year olds, so reception class. And I've always introduced kind of languages to young children through like lunchtime clubs, after school clubs, things like that, because I'm really trying to I've always tried to promote and kind of raise the profile of how important language.
Bravo. Well done.
But it's tricky, but it's so tricky in this country, and it's something that I'm super passionate about, and I just don't feel that I've ever got like a backing. I'm always like that person who's really engaged in it and really trying to promote it. However, we don't have the backing of the government and the importance of it from the grassroots level. It's very much from kind of year 3, but the training isn't there, and so the teachers don't feel confident enough to do it, and then it's not taught in the correct way, and it turns children off, if you see what I mean.
Yes.
And then they don't carry it on.
Are you familiar with the language friendly school concept?
I'm not, no.
So, okay, so
yes, and also maybe you can contact also Kate Hamilton. I can send you, Thomas, right?
I was exactly thinking that would be exactly the address to send you, because also apart from the fact that she's very knowledgeable, she is really enthusiastic and has an amount of energy that is beyond my imagination.
So do you have the Twitter handle, Thomas, from Kate Hamilton? But you can...
I think she has a private one, which is Kate Hamilton, and then Bubble Babies, which she uses a lot. So that's the organization that she put together.
Yeah. So Melanie, you can find like-minded people, and she will just take you with her.
Okay, that's.
I mean, I met her through Twitter.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's also one of the signs that, social media can also help us getting together.
Absolutely. And please, Melanie, please, I'm also in the UK. I'm in Derby, a bit further north. And please feel free to reach out via Facebook Messenger or anything. I'll be happy to assist you there as well.
Thank you so much. That's great.
Great.
Melanie, I was going to say, there might be like a library organization that writes grants. So that's, I'm working with a library right now, or an organization in a bunch of libraries. And we do, I was doing like music with someone did music, and I was doing French and Spanish songs from birth to 4. And they were able to like write a grant to get the money to fund it. So maybe thinking outside of the school system, if the government is not backing it, there might be other people who'd be willing to.
Sure. I mean, I work at a military school in Essex, so we have very, very diverse school, and we have we get grants and things like that. But and I've always promoted it, but it just unlike the grant, when you think about the big picture and kind of their involvement going through the education system and then wanting to do it and choosing to do it at university level is a very small amount of people, I think. So it's just that's great. Thank you.
But you're right, you got to start them young.
Yeah,
thank you for reaching out, Melanie, and we'll be happy to help you.
Thank you.
So,
Any last words? Anybody else? 2020 is gonna 2020's saying bye-bye. 2021 is gonna be amazing, right? It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, it is going
It
to
was
be
amazing.
amazing.
I think so.
you're going to make it
Merci.
amazing.
That's right.
Yeah,
The
we were
best,
just.
the best
Okay,
way to
thank you.
predict your future is to make it. Who said that? I forget.
I think it was, oh gosh, Peter Drucker.
Ah, the management guru.
So the guy, management strategy and so on, in fact, yeah. Originally Austrian, but then emigrated to US.
Fantastic.
I love the
But
knowledge
I
in the
don't
room.
think, yeah, but I don't think that this works that well in 2020.
wasn't quite what we had planned for. I mean, I hope
But
nobody was.
otherwise, it's a very good saying. Yes.
Yes, well, whatever happened, we will make the best of it. We will
Exactly.
continue supporting our children's
Yeah.
languages, and we will support those supporting our children going to schools, and we will continue this work, and we will be there for you, and we will answer your questions, and because we are all the three of us very passionate about this, and kind of giving a child an additional language is a gift for life. It's a gift that goes on from one generation to the next, and it's such an amazing thing. We value it so much, and we value the parents that put down the effort and the time, sometimes money to do this. We really admire you.
Fantastic. So before we log off, I would like to take a picture of everybody. If you could turn on your camera, that would be great. I mean, if you're too shy, that's okay. And I would take a screenshot of everybody here, post it on our social media. So Ashim and Lenka, if you're ready. Okay.
Oh yes, let's share some hearts.
Please, Lenky.
Ashim, is it okay?
Achim?
Where is he?
Maybe he fell asleep.
Let me take one right now.
He's delirious. He won, so.
That's right. He's a winner too. Okay. All right. So saying goodbye, and then I'll take the last picture as we say goodbye. Bye-bye now. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you
very much. Nice to meet you.